Okay. I'm going to go over a strategy really quickly with you, and this is called our four finger strategy. The Pitmaster can give you this strategy this week, but this is a futures trade. Okay. The first thing you're going to do when you get your futures account is you're going to press this plus button here, and you're going to go to the chart. And on that chart down here, you're going to type in GC. When you type in GC, gold is going to come up. You're going to click gold, and then gold will be here. I want you to X out everything on your screen so that you only have the chart. When you see Pitmaster, he's going to give you your indicators. Now, listen to me. You can wait for this setup here, and trust me, when you get this set up, this 9 times out of 10 is going to go all the way down here and it's going to sell. So you can be looking to get in this for a sale because this is a pretty consistent move on gold for the sale. Okay. And as you can see, it's been playing, above, but now it's in the box. This right here is what we call a break one. You got a break two here, and then you got a break three. So this is what Keisha is going to be going over with you after this session is the actual strategy for break one, break two, and break three. But what I want you to know is when you see this strategy, this is definitely a sale. Why? Because the candles are at the top. If you want to learn more about this strategy, people made a lot of money off of this strategy today. So, again, if you want to learn more about this strategy, please make sure you're on with the Pitmaster on Sunday, okay? All right, so let me give you the trade. Oh, let me do it on this screen so you can see. So when we're getting in for a trade, you're going to go to your settings here and you're going to put in a dollar amount. If you're new, I just want you to fill out profit. And the only thing for now I want you to put in is 50 or $60. Please do not go over 50 or 60 for now. That's the only thing I want you to do. And then you press settings. So let's go over that one more time. You're going to make sure you click the search button. You're going to press GC. You're going to add it to your chart. You're going to click on the settings gear on the left. And then under profit, you're going to put in 50 or $60 for now. Okay. We're going to go back to the chart. Now, how you take a trade, again, we have a specific strategy. We have a specific strategy that we use. We use break and retest, and we use what we call four fingers. Keisha's going to be going over break and retest after me, and then four fingers. The Pitmaster will go over this on Sunday. Okay. So I'm looking at this trade, and I'm going to be looking based on our current strategy to get in this trade for a sell stop right around here. I right hand click on the screen and I press sell stop one. Please make sure that you press one. And then my sell stop is on the screen. If I want to move it up or down, I can do that. Okay. So I'm looking at a sell stop at 3487.6. Okay. Now, when this activates, I'm going to be watching the momentum of the candles and hopefully it activate while I'm going over futures. And then I'm going to continue to pull it down to each finger. We call these fingers. I have a red finger, an orange finger, a blue finger, and a purple finger. Well, I'm looking to get into this trade all the way down here. Okay. I took one trade today, $1,300 on the same strategy, except I got in like right here. Okay. And went all the way down to that last finger was my TP. You can pull it all the way down when your profit comes up to this. And then as the market moves, you can pull it up if you need to. You can always press this X and close out a trade, whether it's live or not. Okay. So let's go through that one more time. The thing I like about futures is simple, it's fast, and it's easy to me versus trading anything else. So futures is my preference. I just feel like you can do a lot more with futures quicker. Okay. And so again, you're going to go here to the search bar, type in GC, that's for gold. You can trade US 30, you can trade NAS, whatever your preference is. But the majority of us, we trade gold. Okay. So GC here, you're going to go to your settings. You're going to put in 50 or $60 as a new trader or new to futures until you get the hang of that. Okay. You're only trading one contract. It is not lot sizes. In Forex, you're trading lot sizes. In futures, you're trading contracts. So let's say you were trading, a point one. Okay. That's the same as one contract in futures. Two contracts will be a point two, three contracts. This is a $50,000 account. So that the more contracts you have, the more you are leveraging. So that's why I asked you to exercise proper risk management and only do one contract. Okay. Please let me know if you're tracking. If you have questions, feel free to type them in the chat. Okay. So, right about here is where I'm looking to get in that trade. Okay. So I'm going to leave that there. Now, when this trade activates, I don't have to do anything. Okay. I don't have to do a thing because when it closes out, it's going to say order field. So if I were doing something and multitasking, let's say, because that's typically what I'm doing, when the trade activates, it's going to say order field. When I got my money, it's going to say order field. All right. I hope that makes sense. Now, another tool that I do use is the scanner. And this one right here, this is let me see, it looks like Forex. Okay. All right. So this one here, I can use this. Oh, did y'all see that shoot up? When did that happen? I can use this. That must have been at the beginning of the bill. What time frame am I on? Okay, let me take the fingers off of here. I don't want that. Okay. I just want entries. All right. Now, the thing you're going to notice is out of all of the EMAs, the 200 is the one I respect the most. If it's underneath the 200, I'm going to sell. If it's above the 200, I'm going to buy. Write that down. Underneath the 200, I'm going to sell. Above the 200, I'm going to buy. Okay. So even though here they're giving me buy entries, okay, clearly this buy cleared them all. I'm still only looking to sell. All money is not good money, and you do need to operate and exercise your right to be patient. Okay. And so this is telling me that right now the market is buying, and when the market gets ready to come down for a sale, then I'm looking to get in the trade right about here. This white line is what I call a push line. These are your candles. When they are blue or teal green, the market is buying, it's pushing up. We want to see if it's going to continue to push up or is it going to start to come down, okay? The market right now is in consolidation. We've gotten some breaks here, but this is kind of a break to whatever. I really need to see a candle up here to believe that this market is going to continue to push up. Okay. But for now, the market is in consolidation. And so we should be looking for a good push. The market dropped here. That was a lovely push. So either the market's going to look to push all the way back up here or the market is going to come down. Okay. So on futures, I can use these two in partnership. Now, let's say I don't want to do a pending order. I just want to press buy and sell market. Well, that's here. You press buy and sell market. Your dollar amount is already set. So it is going to automatically close you out of the trade. You don't have to do anything in futures but press buy or sell or set your pending order. Any questions about that? You can type in the chat if you have a question. Okay. So the only thing on futures I'm doing is pressing buy and sell. I don't have to worry about a lot size. I don't have to count pips. The only thing I have to do is go to the settings gear and put in the amount of money that I'm trading. Okay. So let's go over steps again. Step one, click here, GC. Step two, set my pending order or not. We may say we're getting in for a sale, then I'm going to get in for a sale. We may say I'm getting in for a buy. I'm going to get in for a buy. I don't have to do anything after that because my trade is automatically going to close out. Now, let's say the market is acting a little funky and I want to get out the trade. Fine with me. The only thing you have to do to ever get out of trade is press the X button. Let's say maybe I want to stay in the trade, but I forgot to press a stop loss. So now I want to press a stop loss. Okay. If I want to do that, you always just click on the number that's moving and then you can set a stop loss. So I'll demo that for you. Again, I'm really big on pending orders. Capiche? And I like pending orders because 9 times out of 10, they'll push into profit. So let me go here to the settings gear. I'm going to change my risk amount. I'm trading $50. I'm going to press save. All right. I'm going to go back to my chart. My pending order is here. And let's say we're on a live session. Dr. LA, Dr. Kathy, Dr. Russell says, you up clear. As fast as I got in, as fast as it cleared. This is why I trade futures. Okay. Does anybody understand that? This is exactly why I trade. Because 9 times out of 10 is going to wick you in profit. Let's try it again. All right, I got in for a sale. Do you see it's green? This is where I'm trying to go. This is my TP. I don't have to do anything but press buy or sell. It's pushing towards my TP. It's $20 here. When it turns green, I'm in profit. Okay. And so it's pushing towards my TP. Once it clears my TP, it's going to say order filled again. Let's say this thing is really pulling back and I am getting frustrated. I don't know what to do. I can always close the trade and take my profit. Okay. I don't have to stay in the trade. Let's say I'm in heavy profit. Let's say, oh, it's 50. And I say, you know what? This thing is coming down. I'm going to put it here to $180. I can pull it to $180. Let's say I didn't want to take 50. I say, you know what? I'm just going to take $30. I can pull it and put it to $30. Okay. So you have complete control. You're literally just dragging and dropping. Cleared. I told y'all, first of all, let's stop playing with me. This thing is getting ready to sell all the way down here. Capiche? Told you, look at her go. All right. Give me my money. All right. And then I got a pending order here. So again, my trade is in profit. Okay. And now I'm saying, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and let my trade come all the way down here for 400. I'm only on one contract. I don't have to trade multiple contracts. Now, if we're doing a break in one, break two, break three, and I'm like, no, for real, this is a break three, then 9 times out of 10, I will do two contracts so that I can go half of the distance. And on a break three, I'm really trying to clear $1,000 on that trade. Okay. So here we go. The trade is here. It's pushing back and forth. I'm going to pull my line here. I like to watch these trades more so on the scanner because the scanner is really going to tell me what's going to happen a little bit before it does. Okay. So I'm going to pull my white line here. I'm going to pay close attention to the time. I'm wanting to see 20 seconds there. Okay. And at 20 seconds is going to tell me, is this going to push down or is it going to pull up? All right. I'm not going to let this thing turn around on me. So at any point, if I'm like, I'm not feeling this, I can press the X and I can close out the trade. Okay. So you can control your trade. The thing that may get people in a little bit of a situation is they may let the trade go too long in the opposite direction. No, we're never going to tell you what your risk management should be. You determine how much you're willing to risk, right? I can't withdraw the money in your account. You can't withdraw the money in my account. So you are responsible for your money. Okay. So you have to determine what you're willing to risk and what you're not willing to risk. I'm here. 1 second. All right. So we're still coming down. We're still in profit, right? Which is cool. So I'm going to pull my push line here again. And I'm telling you now, I'm going to let my trade run down here. It goes in and out of profit. Now, somebody, and then you have to determine what kind of trader you are. Somebody is the type of trader that red scares them. So you need to take your profit, and you can. You could take your $60 and then wait for the setup. You can take your profit and wait for the setup and then get back in at the appropriate time. You can scalp all the way down or you can hold all the way down. Earlier today, Dr. Russell was like, ooh, Dr. LA, you getting that trade right now? I was like, yeah, I'm pretty confident it's going to come down. It's your strategy. You should be too. But he was like, nah, I want to wait to see it do X, Y, and Z before he trusted fully, which is fine, right? So he was going to scalp his way down. He scalped, I held. Two different strategies, money still made. So you have to do what you feel is best because you want to be centered when you're doing your trade. You cannot trade with anxiety. You cannot trade and be stressed out because you're going to be making inappropriate decisions. Okay. So again, on futures, you're clicking the top GC, clicking the settings, you're putting in the amount, you're pressing buy or sell. 9 times out of 10, we are doing pending orders. Capiche? Any questions, please feel free to go ahead and type that in the chat if you have a question. All right. Or if I forgot something, my more experienced futures traders, you might want to let them know this. I don't know. Let me know. Now, y'all know that's always what I'm looking for, the doji and the flat and that candle underneath here. I'm going to push my white line here. Okay. And I want to see, is it going to push through my white line? 1 second. I'm going to show you how I got that TP. I'm just making sure you can unmute yourself as you choose to, okay? All right. So I'm holding this sale all the way down here to 3484.2. All right. And why? Because this is Chef Yarnell's strategy for fingers, and I'm holding it all the way down here to that finger. How do I know if it's going to continue to run? Glad you asked. I'm going to put my push line here, and I'm going to pay attention to my clock. Yes, baby, yes. When it pushes through this white line, which is what I refer to as my push line, then I know it's coming down. I always give myself 20 seconds on the clock. If it's not here at 20 seconds and I'm looking for it to go the other way, does that mean I'm going to get out the trade? Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Depends on what I'm trading and how much money I got in account. Futures is 100% about pullback. So you're not really trying to be caught up in the trade for a long time because you don't want to be in pullback. So that's why we're always doing really quick scalps on futures. Okay. But as you can see here, this market is still consolidating, right? It's still consolidating. It's not going to be not consolidating until we're past this area right here. Okay? Questions. All right, we're underneath my white line. And as you can see, I keep bouncing in and out of profit. I'm not going to be where I want to be in profit. And then you can put a stop loss in profit. And if you put a stop loss in profit, you're just pulling your profit back. Okay. And so it will allow you, but you're going to pull from the price line, which is the current price. You'll pull it back and you can put a stop loss in profit. When it goes into profit more, I can show you. Mommy, where's my I'm recording. Where's my little blanket? Go look in there or there. I told you I'm recording. All right. So now we're getting some pullback, right? And so how do I determine the pullback? And someone says, can you explain the scanner? The scanner is telling me where I can get in the trade, right? This scanner is based on your $50 profit. It's based on you getting in. So this is telling me get in here for my $50. Okay. Before this came out, it said get in here, get in here. Now the scanner is not going to give you a trade until the market pulls back. So it's for when the market comes back down, it's telling you. So these will be pending orders. Okay. The market is pulling, fine with me. All right. I'm going to go over here to see, okay, how far is it going to push? It's still pushing. I'm going to wait for my 20 seconds here to see how far is it going to push up. All right. These two candles are coming to the same place. We will typically know that the market is either getting ready to buy or sell because you will get a doji and a flat. You need at least 4 flats in order for the market to establish a true direction. If it does not give you those flats, then we don't believe it. All right. The market is consolidating, it has not come out of consolidation. These are coming to the same height, so that tells me it's a reverse. I'm paying attention to my time. I got 5 seconds. It's on the line, it's pushing away from the line. So the next candle is smaller. So I pay attention to that. And now it's bouncing. So all it's telling me right now is volatile. And the truth is, the height of the market is about right here. And the low of the market is about right here. Okay. And so as long as the market is in here, I really could care less, right? I need the market to either push out and keep coming down or push up. Now, Dr. Kathy has already told you that tomorrow the market is going to do what? Can you type it in the chat? What are we expecting the market to do tomorrow? Nobody wrote that down?
Anybody?
Oh, y'all not trying to make no money. I told you if you treat it like a job, it's going, oh, it'll pay you like a job. It will pay you like a job if you treat it like a job. Dr. Kathy, are we waiting for the market to sell tomorrow?
I'm waiting for it to buy.
I'm waiting for the buy. And the thing I have learned about gold, is whatever it does on Thursday, the opposite is going to happen on Friday, like clockwork. Same time, same place. You can go outside with your bucket and catch as many pips as you want to. Okay. So, whatever it does on Thursday, you mark my word, you create a journal, you write it down. I promise you, you can go and back test it and look on the charts. You can look on the day chart. Whatever it has done on Thursday, it will do the opposite on Friday, quite consistently. Okay. So let's go back to futures because so many people are like, okay, but explain futures to me. Now, this is getting ready to kiss this EMA. This does not bother me. I'm not stressed about that. Okay. So this is going to kiss the EMA and it's going to come back down. It is what it is. Okay. Now, futures. You press and buy, you press and sell. It really is that simple. If I was in a situation where I couldn't be $300 in the negative, then I would get out the trade. But I'm in a situation where I can be $300. I could be $1,000 in the negative. So I'm not worried about this. But if you have a smaller account, then you do have to respect that, okay? You want to get in for the quick moves for $50 and you can scalp all the way down. Now, sometimes, guess what? Look at this. This is a true break three. Does anybody know why you got this break three here? Can somebody tell me why? Why did you get this break three? Yes, Lord. And then how did you even know you were going to get this break three? You see, because before this happened, I could have told you it was coming. Does anybody know why we got this break three here? No, nobody?
Alexander said wicking.
No. This has to do with break and retest. Where is David? Is he resting? I know he said he was in Mexico, didn't he? No. All right, I'm going to go over your breaks with you really quickly, just so that we're clear. And then I'm going to go ahead and pass it to Keisha. Now, this is an extreme one because, very close, Terrence. Very close. So, here, when we're looking for break one, thank you, Justine. She said the market does the same on each side. Yes. And if you look, that's why I trade gold because gold is 100% about patterns for me. Okay. So we do a strategy called break and retest. And so here, this is breaking. I just look for it to wick and then it breaks again here. I'm always looking for it to pull back. When it does it for the third time, okay, I'm expecting it to go to the moon. Once it goes to the moon, let's say you get in and you're like, oh, it's already on a break three. You let it go on that break three. I'm not taking one buy. That's why this morning Chef was like, nah, this thing set up for four fingers is getting ready to come down. I'm not trying to get in no buy right now, right? Because we know that once it buys high, immediately, when it's exhausted, it's going to come down. So this one right here, did you have to scalp your way down here? Or could you have held this all the way down? Talk to me. Yes, you could have held it. You didn't have to scalp there. Just went straight down. It pulled back a little bit here, but you still in profit if you got in up here. So who cares? Okay, you could have held this trade all the way down, and I can tell you right now, this is a $2,000 trade. Okay, so this is beautiful. And these are the moves on futures we're looking for. Okay. All right, that is my futures overview. Let the market do what it's going to do. I'm not stressed about that. Your entry for the sale, I will wait to get in down here at 33.81. All right, if you're not in it, I will wait to get in at 33.81 for the next entry. And again, you can scalp it all the way down. I do not buy gold on futures unless it is above this EMA. So I'm not even going to play with this. Look, and you see how I drew my line? What did it do? The market is consolidating. This is why I don't have no heart attack. I'm not believing that this is doing anything until it either breaks down here. And by break, I mean open and close. Until it opens and closes down here or open and closes up here. I'm not going to believe it. All right. Any last minute questions? You can type your question in the chat or you can raise your hand and I can unmute you.